Hey everyone, coming at you with another rant. This one is not about guns. It's about what's going on between Israel and the peace stains. And more importantly, why there cannot be peace between Israel and the peace stains. And why everyone in the peace process, with a few exceptions, but not many. And when I say in the peace process, I don't mean the Israelis or the peace stains. I mean the Americans, the European Union, the United Nations. All those idiots can't figure out, and I'm not calling everyone in America and everyone in Europe an idiot. I'm calling the governments in America and in Europe idiots. Why they can't figure out what's going on in the Middle East and more specifically how to make peace. The problem is like this. You've got two sides and they're talking about two completely different things. The Israelis are basically saying, hey, please don't kill us. And the peace stains are saying, hey, give us land. Here's the problem. The Israelis are telling the truth. They really don't want to die. That's the truth. The peace stains are filthy fucking liars. When they say, hey, give us land, well, if that's the only issue, why was there no peace up until 1967? Why were peace stains killing Israelis or Jews even before there was an Israel? Why were peace stains killing Jews in the 1920s? So you have to think to yourself, what is the main source of the antagonism? And it's not land. Anyone who says it's land is wrong and needs to learn their history. That's number one. Number two, you have an issue of how to make peace. So now that we've realized they don't understand the conflict, of course they're not going to be able to make peace. They're fucking retards. Yes, I used the retard word. Get over it. They are fucking retards. So how do you make peace when you can't even understand the problem? So let me explain to you the problem. The problem is like this. Peace stains are raised to hate Jews. They are educated in schools. Don't take my word for it. Look it up on YouTube. Look it up on Google. You can see graduation ceremonies from kindergarten where they're being taught to hunt and kidnap Jews. They actually put on plays where they kidnap Israeli soldiers. Obviously, it's another kindergarten kid. But the point remains. They are educated to hate Jews. And then you say, oh, but it's actually just Israelis. Bull fucking shit. They are educated to hate all Jews. I'll give you a couple of examples. Number one, Nasrallah, from his fucking castle in Lebanon, says he wishes that every Jew in the world would come to Israel to make it easier to kill them so he doesn't have to hunt us down around the rest of the planet. That's because of real estate? I'm sitting here in New Jersey. What the fuck does he have to care about me if it's all about real estate? But it's not. He hates Jews. I'll give you another example. Iran. Iran was never part of it. Iran didn't have any real estate stolen from them. But what's the problem? They hate Jews. Jews are getting murdered in France by these peace stains and by other extremist Muslims. Why? Because they hate Jews. Until you get over the fact that it's not about real estate and understand that it's about they are raised to hate Jews, you'll never make peace in the country. So how do you make peace? Number one, literally step one before you can do anything else, get rid of the teachers. Have the United Nations take over every school that they run. Re-educate them in the Western style. Now, I've bitched about Western schools. They do suck based on an objective measure. But based on a subjective measure relative to the schools that are run by peace stains, they are light years ahead. Not miles ahead, light years ahead in just how they run things. They don't raise people to hate. In fact, they raise people to be nice. The problem with that is that all these Westerners who are in charge of the peace process, the United Nations, the EU, the United States government, they grew up in these schools where they're raised to be nice, and they're raised that everyone around them is nice. So they can't fathom for 2 seconds that there are people in this world who are not nice. So when the peace stains come and they say, oh, we were nice, but then they stole our land, they believe them. They can't fathom that, hey, they were raised to not be nice. So step one, take over the schools. Step two, kick out everyone from the current governments. That's the Palestinian Authority, that's Hamas on the West Bank. Decimate Hamas. Decimate Hezbollah. Get rid of all these people and don't elect other Arabs or other peace stains. You got to do it old school, 1800s style. You take one of your people. Sorry about that. Drop the phone. You take one of your people. You move them over there and you say, you're in charge now. And if the shit goes wrong, we're going to personally blame you for it. And then you'll see how all of a sudden things start to change in about 2 generations. It's not going to happen overnight. You've got to re-educate the population. 2 generations after completely taking over both the government and the schools, and you'll see people will start to learn to behave themselves.